In order to be intentional about getting good visibility on Google, you need to know what factors are going to contribute to that visibility. Now, when we talk about a factor, also known as a ranking factor, that's basically what particular aspect of your business, your website, your business listing, and so forth is going to increase or decrease your chances of showing up to your ideal customer in a search result. When we take a look at, for example, local businesses, every couple of years a company called Moz conducts a survey of experts who are focused just on this area of search engine optimization. And they rank these for particular factors. You can see there are things like behavioral, personalization, citations, which is basically mentions in other local search directories like, let's say, Yelp or Foursquare, things like that. Social mentions, social media mentions, which is a minor factor. Certain on-page factors, reviews, links, and Google My Business. Now, we're not going to go through all these factors. That would be for a more comprehensive local SEO course, but this is why we're focusing right now on Google My Business. Actually, the Moz is kind of overdue to update their ranking factors survey. The last one came out at the end of, I think it was midway through 2019, and it talked about factors in 2018. Notice what it says here. The quote is that 2018 has seen the most explosive growth in GMB, or Google My Business, specific factors in the history of the survey. GMB signals now make up 25% of the local pack finder pie chart. So basically, although there's a lot of factors, and those are worthy of you researching, getting into, and discussing, if you're going to look at one area where you can have the most impact on whether your business is visible, it's going to be Google My Business, which is, of course, the reason for this particular course. Well, what is Google My Business? If you're very new to this area, maybe you're a veteran in business, but you're new to this area of your business, Google My Business is described this way by Google. Google My Business, a free and easy-to-use tool for businesses and organizations to manage their online presence across Google. You can both help customers find you and tell them the story of your business. Well, that's a pretty glowing statement. Basically, what it's describing, Google My Business is a database. It's basically a huge catalog. Every business that Google can find in the world. Let's just talk about the United States, of course, but United States, North America, but every business in the world, Google's idea is to catalog, to put into their database every business so that when a searcher is looking for a business close to them, Google will be able to show them all businesses that are relevant. Now, Google is right. It's free. Yep, that's true. I don't know. Easy to use? Well, have you ever been in Google My Business? I would say that easy to use is a little bit optimistic. And of course, what my goal here with this course is to try to make it a little bit easier for you to use. As a matter of fact, make it usable, because many businesses will get into Google My Business and they'll just throw their hands up in despair, because often it's not that easy and it's not that intuitive. Let's get back to some just overarching kind of umbrella factors that you need to pay attention to. And we're going to talk about these as we go through the course. And the first is trust and authority. I consider these are what I would call the pillars of search visibility. And this is the case for local businesses. It's also the case in just traditional search engine optimization. So trust and authority, is your business and your business online, does it show indicators that it's trustworthy, that it has high authority, that people view it as authority? The second pillar of search visibility is relevance. Is the information that you've put out there, whether it's on your website or information that people find in Google My Business, is it relevant to what they're searching for? And if your business shows up as highly relevant and is trusted and shows some authority, well, then you're probably going to get some visibility in search results. And the more you can optimize for these factors, the better your visibility is going to be. When it comes to relevance, that depends a lot on keywords. Now, keywords are the search terms that people enter to Google that are important to your business. And so they identify the behavior of your next customer. One of the things that we won't go into in any great depth in this course is keyword research. However, at the Academy, we do have other courses that are focused on keyword research. For right now, the main thing is kind of go with what I call intuitive keyword research. In other words, you know your business pretty well. You probably know most of your customers. You know often how they find you, how they describe you in search. Good example would be if you're a plumber, you probably know that people will be, one of the relevant keywords would be unclog a drain. So that's relevant to your business. That's what you help people do. And your goal in keyword research is to identify those phrases that people are going to type into a search or they're going to speak into their phone that are relevant to what you can process. Now, you want to know your keywords as you go through the process I'm about to show you. So before you move on to the next few lessons in this course, I'm going to recommend you take a moment. You kind of go through and make a list of the keywords that are important, not just keywords like what problem people are trying to solve. I use that as an illustration, unclog a drain. But you might have, for example, people who just search on plumber or might search on drain clearance or router or things like that, that you know that people might search on that identify what your business is. So jot those down, have those at the handy, because as we go through and optimize your business listing, you're probably going to want to have at least a good idea of maybe 5 or 10 different keywords that identify your business. So go ahead and do that, and then we'll meet back here for a quick tour of Google My Business in our next module.